Hey, what is going on, you dead set legends? And welcome to the Ready Bang, the number one arm wrestling podcast in the world. I'm your host, the Aussie Arm Wrestler, and have I got some fucking heavy hitters on the show today, rocked up to Toronto and just said, let me pin you and let me take your money. These were the two bullies of some sort when it comes to AWC, but they're also superstars. If you don't know who these two are, you're going to know now. Above this shoulder here, don't worry, he's not touching himself. He's doing a bit of rehab. We're talking about the man, Brad Grundy, and hopefully the man above this shoulder who's going to bring left arm wrestling back to superstardom. Talking about Jonathan Breda. Boys, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
No, absolutely. I love it. I mean, we'll kick off, Brad. I'll start with you. Okay. AWC was happening on the weekend. Visually, when we were watching it, looked like a great venue, great streaming, super match and everything. What were your thoughts on the way AWC ran things?
Oh, how it ran was great. It was awesome. It was pretty perfect. It was on time. Even like the tournament super match thing where they had the event first and then the tournament, I thought it was going to be too long, but it was actually perfectly timed. So the whole thing was, sorry, the whole thing was ran pretty perfectly. Let me just set up my phone a little better.
No, you're right. An arm wrestling tournament on time. This is
I know, right?
That's bloody never heard of, because you boys have been around in the sport for a while. What were your thoughts about it, John? You know, or both of you, you've been around the world arm wrestling, and you just got to go a bit up the road from Louisiana to Toronto.
Yeah, no, I second that. It was, Magda laid out the schedule pretty, it was, she laid out exactly what she wanted as far as the schedule went, and everything went pretty much according to plan. As far as the super matches go, nice venue. From what I gathered, the live stream was really, the pay-per-view was really good quality. When I heard that the tournament was projected to start at 5, I was like, oh my God, there's no way we are going to get out of here before midnight. And shoot, I think we were sitting down eating dinner at what, Brad, 8:30?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very, very smooth. It was a great event. A great venue too.
It looked awesome. And you both pulled in the tournament as well?
Yep. I pulled Brad didn't. But
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Why not, Brad?
So I had Arm Wars the week before that, and I had 3 super matches. Then I wanted just to relax and pull like Crazy George and Big Rick afterwards. So I'd rather do that than go to the tournament and kind of have to worry about pulling guys I don't want to pull anyway. So
yeah,
like Jonathan, right? Yeah.
Yeah. He got the last win on me, so
I'm keeping that last one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Everyone's pretty excited that you're here in the chat, including Lightning Larray Jenkins. He's doing some good things, and we'll talk about his little thing a little bit later on. John Milne forgetting that both of you boys have been on East versus West. I have a theory about your match, Jonathan. I have a theory about your match early day. Fuck it. I'll ask it now. Do you think you're the sacrificial lamb to make Zurab a star?
Man, I don't know about all that. It's hard to say. I think the next match after me was, the stepping stone. I really, that was my first international match. I haven't really proven anything at that point. That was really just testing the waters for me. But he definitely, after beating me, he definitely skyrocketed after that. That's for sure.
So, hey, look, at least if he wins on the weekend, you can say, hey, lost to one of the best in the world on the left arm. And then, of course,
I'm hoping to get that match back, hopefully in the near future. We'll see.
Ooh, that's what we want. And, of course, Bradley Grundlington just beat Cole Hutchinson at East versus West.
Yeah, that was actually a super fun match. I think Engen's definitely trying to give the Americans more of a chance now. I know Jonathan kind of got thrown to the Wolves. But
that's why I asked, because John was at the early ones, and there was theories out there that, it's just to just show that Eastern Europeans are way dominant than Hollywood.
Well, yeah, and Kyle Hutchinson's not even like Eastern European. He's West. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure we're from like the same like family in Ireland, probably. We're both very like similarly related. But anyway, I think I actually have England might be feeding me to the wolves pretty soon. I have Arsenal perhaps.
Oh,
maybe.
Arsenal Liliev comeback match.
Perhaps.
Jeez. Yeah. Hey, that's not bad. We'll just quickly say hi to everyone. Dominic, Andy Beckett, Dan Jean with a ready bang. James Clark. What's up, Jake? Hey, what's up to these two studs above me? I respect them that much. I even let them get pole position on the podcast. Yeah. Bloody hell. I even moved it so they look good. Alex McDonald's in the chat. CJ Wildstone. You have to be a stripper. With a name like that, do you guys know who CJ Wildstone is?
No idea.
He's got a cool name.
So. Impressive last name, though.
Yeah.
Welcome to the stage, CJ Wildstone with his hit song, Bang Bang Bart. It's awesome. It's going to be in there. Roman was pretty excited to see Brad in live.
Hey, Roman. He's my training partner, so yeah.
There you go. And then Turd Burglar is coming in. R.I.P. Arson. No chance. That is for sure. So AWC happened on the weekend. Both of these blokes were awesome. Brad, I'll start with you.
Yep.
When you won quite dominantly, was there any disappointment with it? Because you build it up, big super match coming, and no disrespect to Rick Heidelberg, but you just absolutely whomped him.
Yeah, I mean, some guys like the whole war thing. Like Uncle John will actually give things up to make the match harder. If I can win, I'm not super worried about having fun. I'll have fun in the practice and whatever. But I'm not upset that Rick came in. I think Rick was in good shape. I don't think he was in bad shape.
Oh, not at all. It was a great win. It was a great win for you.
But I'm not upset that I won 3-0. No.
Yeah. Because I always wonder, because some people build it up. Oh, I'm going to have a huge match. And of course, initially, it sounds like a silly question because you just go whack, whack, whack. And oh my God, I beat Rick. And then I always wonder if people just sit there and think, oh, I wouldn't mind a bit of a bit more of a challenge.
In the after pulling table, we actually did more of a fair arm-to-arm comparison. And we're pretty neck to neck, arm in arm. I just stylistically kind of counter him. And I have, I think, a little more technique than he does. So that's all it was.
And then absolutely whooped him. Jason Merlot's in the chat saying two studs that you have on. They are extremely talented on the table and high level.
Himself.
He's on a bit of a roll. Jonathan, you ended up pulling left arm. You bring in left arm back. If anyone knows anything about left arm, it's the 2019 Melbourne Cup. Third place. Amateur.
Sweet. Beautiful.
I'll tell you, John, I wish you were at this level to even think you can challenge. But anyway, it's not about me. It's about you guys. You took on Alexander and didn't really get off to the best start. It was a bit of a shaky start, and then you just ended up plowing through him.
Yeah, it was. It threw me off a lot. The first match, he was actually loading a lot in the setup, which threw me off, right? Because a lot of Europeans are known for a no load start, and so I was kind of prepping for that, and of course I knew he was a presser, so I knew he was going to try to get center of the table, but it was it's throwing me off just how much he was loading in the actual setup. I didn't really think much of it. I just kind of stayed just kind of dead grip, was just going to try to slip and go to the straps. And yeah, it turned out that, his load was, it was pretty much everything he was giving me. I realized okay, he's giving me what he wants as far as the amount of pressure that he wants to give. I just started loading back, and it was, it was over after that. It's like your 100% is my 60%. So I'm like, it's over. So.
Yeah, because I was like, beauty, good to see you back on the table. And then, yeah, that first round, like he kept false starting. And it was either the first or second round, might have been the first one. He got that quick pin. I was like, has Breda just been doing nothing? But then your IQ and intelligence came in and you absolutely destroyed him.
So I actually have a question, Breda. Do you think Artem could have beat the guy?
Hard to say.
Yeah.
Hard to say. I mean, stylistically, two different. I mean, my inside move was perfect for his inside move.
Got it.
I don't think Artem stylistically would have been very good for him. No.
So what if me? Could I beat him?
I think you would actually be a very good match for him. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you'd be perfect stylistically for him, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So then how frustrating is it, Breda? We had a bit of a laugh before we went live. How frustrating is it to be at that top tier level in arm wrestling with arguably the wrong arm?
It sucks. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty blessed. I've had some really good opportunities just in the States in general. I mean, I've went to a lot of places, not on my own dime. But I'm also not, I'm not greedy either. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, you need to give me $500 show up money so I can pull at your event. No, I mean, for me, it's like, if I can get my stuff paid for and hotel paid for, best case scenario to get my wife to come with for free. That's the best case scenario for me. If I can get that, I'm pretty much going to go anywhere and pull anybody. But yeah, no, it sucks because, I feel like, especially, after this last weekend, I'm at this level that I feel like I'm truly ready for that next level with the elite guys. I thought I was ready about a year and a half ago. I think I was pretty close, but I think officially now I'm ready. So, I'm hoping with this last weekend, can get some irons in the fire, maybe get back on East versus West or, get arm gods, whatever, just get some more opportunities. But yeah, no, it does suck not having a good right arm. It definitely does make things easier to get matches if you have a good right arm as well.
Well, hey, now that Robbie Topi is getting invited to East versus West, are you going to even bother with the qualifiers or?
Well, I mean, so that's the thing, right? I mean, I would do the qualifiers, but it's been made apparent to me that, it's pretty much worthless if you're just trying to go left-handed because.
Well, it's not because Robbie Topi just got invited.
Well, I thought he just kind of got invited.
No. He was the winner.
Yeah, he went through qualifiers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it means something. Yeah.
Because at first the qualifiers, it was just right hand, guaranteed.
Yeah.
And so now it's left hand as well. Then
exactly. I think you kill Robbie Topi too.
Huh?
I think you kill Robbie Topi.
Yeah. No, I'd like to get that match one day, but yeah, no, that'd be a good one. But yeah, no, now that I know that, yeah, I mean, I probably will. But I spoke to Ingen. I sent a message to him the other day after the match. I was like, hey, Ingen, I'm stronger. I'm ready. If you need a filler match or if I'm worthy enough for my own match, I'm ready to go. And he said, and I told him to keep me in mind. And he said, yeah, I'll definitely keep you in mind. So.
Yeah, beautiful. There we go. Bringing left arm back. Robbie Bear to get waxed, said Turd Burglar. And we've got my man Andy Beckett showing a bit of clout. Says I messaged Brad a year or two ago now when I see him doing well in the local USA gigs. Just playing the acoustic guitar, warming up the crowd. He was surprised I knew him. Now look where he is. Grats. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's awesome. What's up, White Wolf? You bloody legend. But give us, because how old are you, Brad?
26.
26.
Yeah.
What does that feel like? You know what I mean? Like, give people some perspective, and I'll get yours as well, John. You know what I mean? Like, you're hitting up some tournaments, and slowly getting a bit of a win, and suddenly you're winning tournaments. You've been killing it the last 18, 24 months, and now a lot of promotions are like, we need a bit of Brad Grundy.
Well, if you haven't been 26 before, it feels kind of like 25, but just a little bit worse probably. Then as far as promotions and tournaments go, I mean, I was kind of kicking ass out of the gate in America. So I beat Chris Chandler and Jerome my first year. I've kind of just been waiting for like, and that was a left-hand Jerome. It was not right hand. But I've been waiting for my like, I don't know, to get some higher level matches for a while now. So now I'm finally getting these matches, and I'm excited. I can finally have like a motivation to push it and train.
Yeah, nice. Is there any? Well, we might be getting you versus us and Liliev, but is there? Do you have a hit list?
Well, yes, I have Pavlo coming up March 2nd. Then yes. I do want Matt Mask or Derek Smith eventually.
Oh, Matt Mask and Derek. Well, they're big fans of the show, so they will see that. The one thing I want to show you guys, when you pull Pavlo, Brad, I just hope that there's more of a crowd than this one, because this was in a large capacity of fuck all in this one.
It was a great match too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was brutal. That put me out for probably 8 months.
Killer match, and obviously everyone's on the other side of the camera. But when I saw it, I was like, "Geez, hey, sucks being a left arm star. Look at that." But the best thing is, I've got to give Brad props, mate, because your T-shirt here, brilliant.
Thanks. What happened was I spilled food on my T-shirt, so I had to go buy one at Walmart, and it was like $8. So I did. You said, "Fuck it."
Oh, I'm surprised that shirt actually fits you. I remember when I first met you, like everything you wore was a medium.
Yeah, I figured it out. I took it one size up.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I was I saw this photo, and you've got Alex Top Roll, 1.76 million subs, travels the world. And then Brad's forgot to shave. I'm a huge Mario fan, so I loved it because I'm the same. Like, I literally have Super Mario shorts on now, Brad, before I found the photo. And I was like, oh, this is brilliant.
Yeah, Brad was clearly the fat kid that wore shorts in the wintertime when it was like 5 below.
Well, you don't have to be fat, because I just got back from New Jersey and I was wearing shorts in the snow, and I know I've put on a bit of timber.
Well, I say that because I was also the fat kid.
This is a Nintendo household right here. We love Mario here.
That's sick. That's very sick. Yeah, I got any Mario pairs.
But that's Kirby
over there. And...
No, I mean, like, you just play whatever. We're into the whole GameCube stuff and the Switch, all of it. Yeah. Sorry, it's not Mario.
Breda. That's all right. David Tomes, Captain Sparkle Puff, is in the chat with a ready bang. John Mills says Breda is cool enough to put on an event, even if it's left-handed. Not with the righties, though, with the LW and women. I don't know what that means, John. I think you've had too much to drink.
Yeah, I think you're saying that my right's just good enough to compete with women. That is probably the
Oh, the lightweights. That's what it is.
Oh, lightweight and women. Okay. Yeah, there we go. All righty. Thank you. Aiden, good. That's a question for you, Brad. Brad, what is your best riser lift? I watched Chris Drummond's video giving you lots of praise on it.
It's about 107, 108.
Kilos or pounds?
Pounds. But my arm will give before my wrist does, the way I have my wrist locked. So it's a different kind of riser. It's not through the back. It's through the front of the riser. It's hard to explain over a video, but yeah.
There you go, Aiden. That's how it's done. Don't worry about John's riser or mine, because mine's actually in kilos. So Brad's doing 108 pounds, which is cute, and I'm doing 108 kilos. So that's... John, when you were competing at East versus West, what do you see? Are you happy with the progress that it's made? Because you were part of one of the original ones. I think your first one was the second one. And now it's built on to this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm super happy to see it grow. I think Ingen's doing great things. And I think and fair enough, the fact I haven't really been back yet because I really, in my opinion, haven't done enough to really deserve another shot back yet until I think this last weekend, right? I think the right people are getting the right opportunities. Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's given, Americans a chance to, push to, finally to compete with these Europeans, at least not the older guys, but even just, guys like me and Brad that are kind of the newer class, eventually, Brezink, those guys, they're not going to be around forever. We're going to have to take their place. And, we finally have our opportunity to work towards that. And so, yeah, no, I think he's great. It's great. So.
Yeah, beautiful. And that's a nice little segue about living forever because Brad was invited to a Vitacell party. Hey, big injection party going on there. 26 years old and you're getting stem cells. Hell, mate.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Well, that's the thing I'm trying to do now. So I didn't mess around with like PEDs and steroids for like 10 days. Then I was like, hey, I gotta go overseas when I'm older. So I don't want to mess around with my balls working and stuff if I can't get TRT in these places I go to. So I figure I just stay healthy, do stem cells, and don't do anything else. And hopefully I can keep on progressing as long as I don't get injured, right?
So what happens at these parties? Because
okay. I mean, what stays in
like a
what happens in
party?
Vegas stays in
What's
Vegas.
the go?
I'll tell you what I can. It's a lot of just
obviously.
Yeah. It's a lot
of just disclose a lot of it.
I just play card games when I'm there. So we were playing like some family card games, like it's kind of like Clue or something.
Yeah.
But some of the guys get kind of rowdy. I know one guy lost 10 grand gambling. So
have you seen The Sound of Freedom?
No.
Oh, never mind. It would be funnier if you saw that, but that's a terrible joke. Don't mind that. Go ahead.
Everyone just kind of hangs out, and then we have all arm wrestlers there, and they arm wrestle until they get the stem cells, right? But then after that happens, everyone just like sitting around like, what the heck do we do? And just kind of looks at each other. Because after you get stem cells, you can't really go too hard. So it's fun though.
Is it just a lot of pressure? Like in your joints? Is it like, does it hurt, or is it like, why can't you? Are you not supposed to go hard after you get injected? Or
so I've heard different things from different doctors. The doctor here said like whatever, it doesn't matter too much.
Yeah.
But a lot of the doctors say like the pressure, and Devin said this as well, might move around. So if I got injected here, the pressure might cause it to, what is it called? Like dissipate.
Yeah.
Dissipate the different parts of the arm.
Gotcha.
So I mean, it's all bro science, I feel like, but everyone just like super careful because it's a lot of money. So
yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still shocked about someone lost 10 grand on gambling
in one night. Yeah.
Like were they gambling? Like I don't drop any names or anything like that. But were you all just gambling in the house, or did you go to a casino? Or
well, I only gamble in arm wrestling, so I wasn't there. But I think Travis was there helping the guy out, helping him, try to make some money. But without saying the name, it's hard for me to go into it. So
yeah, no, fair enough. No, I don't want to get you in trouble or anything. We're just here having a bit of a laugh, that's for sure. Aiden just wants to let you know that his best is 34 kilos off the floor, like Devin. YouTube. Oh, he feels bad now. You too, Breda, if you feel like sharing, what's your best riser?
I don't train. I don't max out on that riser lifts. I'm more of a, I'll do moderate weight. I might do 60 pounds for 6 sets of 10 every day. I don't try to max that out off the floor.
Well, give everyone a bit of an insight because you're two different athletes. So what does a typical training week for you, Breda, look like?
So I do a lot of general strength training, like powerlifting, for 3 days a week, where I just focus on general strength. And then as far as arm wrestling specific days, I'll do 1 day of internal rotation from my pulley system directly from here to here. Typically use a 2-inch handle, and I'll alternate. I'll do that 2 days a week with 1 day with a 2-inch handle, 1 day with a wrist wrench from a different angle. And and then I'll do some kind of pronation lift from the floor, and I'll do some riser stuff. So basically, long, short, 3 days general strength training, 3 days arm wrestling specific training.
And then how long table time?
So table time, if I can, I do for sure once a week. If I can, twice a week, but not like, not like red line, pull for 4 hours, trying to destroy my elbow or anything. More like, more like a static middle of the table training where somebody's holding me with 2 hands and I basically reach 100% middle of the table for like 8 to 10 seconds, do like 5 or 6 rounds, call it good.
There you go. What about you, Brad? What was that? Oh, B-Rad, sorry.
I actually have no set schedule. So if I can pull 6 days a week, I will. Normally it's probably closer to 2 or 3. Then my weight training kind of conforms to how I feel after arm wrestling. And same with the lifts. Like there's no sets or reps or anything.
Yeah, bloody hell. Jeez,
I'm very structured. I'm trying to beat my average out of my 5. Like if I do at the start of my training, I'll start out with 5 sets of 5 for like 4 weeks. Try to beat my average for every week. Whereas like, if I start out at 30 pounds and I work my way up to 50 pounds for 5 sets of 5, the next week I'm trying to beat that. And it's an average of like 51 pounds. I'm trying to average 52 pounds the next week. Right. Yeah. Just trying to beat the average.
I've done heavy singles before. And like I was doing probably 30 to 40 sets of heavy singles and doubles over like 6 hours in the gym. But eventually, like you lose the technique that you need for arm wrestling. Like so much of you trying to lift that weight, you'll lose like either locking some kind of like aspect, like pronation cup, whatever. It won't translate on the table.
Right.
So for me, it has to conform around practice. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I don't even remember the last time I did a single. It's more like sets of 3 is what I work down to.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I try to stay very strict. Herman. So Herman, I'm going to stay very strict because of Herman. So,
man, geez, what a pleasure it is to be strong, hey? Bloody hell. I'll sit there and just struggle going to the gym. I get in there and I'm already knackered. So, no, you guys are absolutely killing it. I'll start with you, John. What's coming up? What's coming up? We've got any future matches or tournaments? I saw you're a part of the Great American Bash coming up.
Yeah, so that looks super interesting. Once I saw that being promoted by I don't know if it's Larry Jenkins from Tennessee there. I definitely wanted to be a part of that because, one thing about when I started in this sport about probably 6.5, 7 years ago, there's never been a legitimate national championship in my eyes. And if there's anything that's, going to compare to a legit national championship, I think it's going to be this event. 32 entries, invite only, all the top 20 guys. So I'm very interested to, get that under my belt. And then as far as anything else being planned, I don't have anything really planned. I'm hoping, like I said, after this match, maybe get some irons in the fire. I'm pretty easy. I'll pull anybody my weight or higher. I can go down as low as 220 and, I'll pull super heavyweights. I don't care. That's kind of where I'm at left-handed. I'm just looking for opportunities at this point.
Well, who do you want? Create the opportunity. Who do you want?
Oh, so I mean, I'd love to pull Ryan Espy. I'd like to get that match. Marcio Barbosa. I've been wanting that guy for years, but he
left or right?
Left. Of course left.
Yeah. Didn't Ryan Espy lose to Pork Chop?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, technically. But he still has a higher ranking in North America. I think he's still top 5.
I just haven't seen Ryan Espy do anything impressive in the last few years. I mean, I like the guy. He seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, but it's still a name, I mean, it still just adds to the resume. And, I love Zurab. I'd love to get that match back. I'd love to get another opportunity at him. Krasimir Kostandinov, left-handed. I'd like to get that match.
Oh, that could be a king of a table banger.
Yeah, I'd love that. I'd love to have an opportunity with him left.
Oh.
Shit, even Larry Wills, I'd smack that ass left-handed. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty open, as you can see. I mean, I'll go as high as I can go, whatever I can get.
There we go. John Milne reckons Krasny and Breda would be awesome. Let's make that viral. Let's get Jonathan that match. That would be sick. After John Brezink beats him, then another John can whoop his ass, and then John Milne, you can go whoop Krasny's ass after that. And then the 3 Johns will get it there. So, Brad, you got Pavlo, possibly Arsen Liliev.
Yep.
What else is on the horizon?
So, I mean, I would like to pull eventually, before he retires, John Brezink at some point.
Yep.
Because I feel like that's a part of history. If you don't get to pull him, like, you kind of missed out on, like, an era almost.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I'd like to pull him. I'd like to have a rematch with Todd Hutchings at some point before he retires. Really, I want to get all the old guys before they retire and just kind of feel at least somewhat what they felt like in their prime. So,
yeah. So would you want it like on a big stage, or would you just like, hey, I'll come to your garage, just give me a ready go?
Exactly. It doesn't matter where it's at. I honestly, I've thought about just driving to John but I want John to care about it, right? So if I do just go to his garage, he's not going to give a shit. He'll still be just like chilling and not doing much to prepare. So it might have to be a big stage just to get him to, actually try.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I
don't care though.
I like that. You just want to be the torch bearer. You just want to rip the torch off him.
I want to
say there's a new bloke in town. That's okay. I'll translate for everyone. Brad wants to put Todd and John in a retirement home. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. He's had enough. He thinks his TV's turning black and white because they're both going grey. I get it, Brad. You're just disrespectful to the legends of the sport. That's how it is.
Right now, Todd, I think, kills me. Todd Hutchings looks insane right now.
Yeah, why don't you just clip the walker from underneath him while you're at it?
It's going to take at least a year for me to get to Todd's level. So,
geez, that's pretty good. Just in a year.
That's the ideal. That'd be ideal time, but probably longer. Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell. So people are making matches in the comments. Dominic says Derek for Brad. Big match there. And then Lachlan Adair for Jonathan Breda.
That's another one I'd like to. Yeah, I've always thought that me and him would match up really well, left-handed. I feel like that would be a good one.
Of course, Dominic. I like that one. How can we make that one happen? Because I like it when Australians win. So we'll have to make that match happen. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. I think that's
a 20-hour flight from America to Australia. Just set it up to where I show up like 2 hours before I pull, maybe.
Yeah. Hey, mate. What? I always find it funny when people come to Australia. Everyone's like, "Oh, I had to travel so far." But when like me, Ryan, and Lachlan travel anywhere, it's like, they're not good enough. They're jet lag and travel shipped. It's like, I've got to go to Australia and shit's upside down. Artem Taradenko had one of the worst flight schedules ever. That was pure shithouse.
I do remember seeing that. Yeah,
he was just like delayed and cancelled, and traveling's not that good. Geez, everyone's pushing this Brad and Derek match.
That'd be awesome. I love that.
Yeah. Derek, I know you're watching.
What's up?
Have you pulled Tim yet?
Tim Bresnan?
Yeah.
No.
I thought you pulled him somewhere.
No.
Yeah, I feel like that would be I'd rather see that. I mean, I don't know. I feel like Derek is after that Tim and Derek match, I feel like I don't know. I don't care to see Derek. I mean, that's just
you just beat the Iranian guy, right?
So
wasn't that like a 220 guy?
Yeah. No. He beat like a 340-pound guy.
Yeah, he looked like Fred Flintstone.
Yeah.
At East versus West.
Okay.
I'm not sure what shape he was in, but I mean, Derek killed him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to start any beef or anything, Brett. I'm not about that. But it was an interesting thing. Derek beat Tim Bresnan and you're not interested in watching Derek pull after he won?
No, so like after he beat Tim, he got put on a pretty big pedestal, right? Which of course,
okay.
And of course, Tim is obviously a big name in the sport, right? But this was like, it was really hyped. And then he got a bunch of matches after that. It's like, and I'm wondering, like, maybe it was hyped up too much, And then, like, for me, like, I'm Corey West, for me, Corey West is, I like Corey West a lot. He's a good friend of mine. And when I saw the beef between him and Corey, almost feeling like, Derek was putting off this vibe like he's too good to pull Corey, which I do not think that's the case at all. I mean, in my opinion, Corey is, probably one of the strongest in North America right now. But yeah, no, that's kind of how I feel. I mean, about Derek.
Well, hey, Derek's pretty realistic nowadays. Like, he turned down the Ivan Matyushenko match, right?
Right.
He said he wasn't ready. I think Derek.
And that's my point. It's like, after the Tim thing, which, I don't know how I'd react after a win like that either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's easy to said than done, but it's just like, the way he reacted, when Corey was trying to get that match done, and is like, oh, well, I'm going to pull ahead of me. I can't pull you because you're below me. Like, how do you know that? How do you really know that? But yeah.
Well, with both of you guys, it was just an interesting take. I love Derek. I love Corey West. Big fan of you as well, Jonathan. Not so much Brad, but we'll get to that a bit later. No. But yeah, so it was just interesting. So that's really cool. But it's funny. That's one thing I've probably, maybe because I follow American arm wrestling, North American arm wrestling a lot. Rankings are very talked about. They're very important to a lot of people especially in the United States. And correct me if I'm wrong. So then, how frustrating is it that not like everyone wants to climb up, but I'm noticing not a lot of people will accept the match below them. So, like, if I'm ranked number 10 and Brad's ranked number 9, I'd be like, Brad, I'm coming for number 9. And Brad's like, well, no, because I might lose number 9. I want to win number 8.
There's an easy fix for it. You just offer money. That's what I've always done.
Well, and so this is where my mentality is also different from a lot of people's. So the minute I got on the top 10 list, which was like my third year in the sport, I single-handedly I pulled every single person in that top 10 list, all the way up to number 3. Whether I skipped them or not, just whoever I can get a hold of first. I offered my own money. I went to them. I wasn't, everyone bitches about these rankings not being true to what they are, right? I wasn't about to, you're not going to question where I'm at because I'm going to just beat everyone there. That was the way my mindset was. So that's where it's like, Corey is very similar in the way he thinks, and whenever I saw Derek, I kind of lost a little respect for him in that sense.
Okay.
So I'm the opposite of Breda. So I think the rankings don't matter. The rankings are just there to get you matches you want, right?
Right.
So if you're ranked a high enough level, you can call someone out. But for me, like, if the 20th guy wants to offer me money, like, I don't care if he's 20th, I'll pull him. If we gamble a grand or whatever, yeah, it's easy money for me. So for me, like, the rankings have never really mattered except for getting higher level matches and getting on cards like East vs. West and stuff like that.
Yeah. I am imagining, Breda, you're a big sports fan, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can tell. Because, like, you like single elimination tournaments, rankings, national championships. Yeah, I get it. And Brad likes Nintendo. So
I like the facts. I don't want there to be any question. If I'm number 1 in North America, I don't want anyone to question that. You know what I mean? It's just like, I know the styles make matches and everything. And so it's like, to prove that I deserve to be where I'm at, I'm going to beat everyone in that path.
Yeah. Is everyone in America like rich, like all American arm wrestlers? Because every time I log on the Facebook, like someone's putting up $2,000 for a match and $3,000 and $1,000. And I'm just like, I feel bad if I like buy myself some extra snacks from the groceries and not tell my wife. Like, oh,
Right.
spend extra $15 there. And guys are like putting all this money up. Where are you all getting the money from?
Yeah, so I mean, I was very fortunate in my first couple of years in the sport where, I basically had a job where I can manipulate my schedule to be off for any tournament I wanted, and I can work as much overtime as I wanted. And so with that combination, I was able to stack money and, get those goals that I was trying to complete and whatnot. So, yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. There's plenty of opportunities in America to make a lot of money. It's just how hard do you want to work to do that? So,
I think a lot of those guys don't even have the money. They're just saying they'll put it up.
that too.
Yeah.
That too. I mean, yeah.
There you go. And how did Corey West felt at Mississippi State?
Oh, he felt like a ton. I mean, I was back training for like 2 months after like a 7-month layoff. And I felt really strong, but, not like fully back into my training, but I felt super strong and healthy. And like, yeah, it's like he couldn't even feel me. So, he's definitely a beast.
Hey, Jake, I have a question. So who actually is like number 2 in Australia? I've heard it's Marcio. I've heard it's Ryan. What's the hierarchy over there?
It goes Aussie arm wrestler, Lachlan Adair.
Okay.
No, so right arm, it's Ryan Bowen.
Okay.
Yeah. So Lachlan head and shoulders above the rest.
Yeah.
Then there's a bit of a gap, a bit like Levan at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
What it's like in Oceania, not just Australia. And then then it's Ryan.
Okay, and then Marcio probably, or who's after that? I'm not trying to quiz you. I'm just curious.
No, yeah, because I've got Mario Tambaka's just won our national championships in the Open, beat Jordan Davis.
Yeah.
But then there's a Tahitian that lives in Australia, Marcus Atirai. He's like 6'8", big. But then he lost to Mate Orangi, Hedda Morris. So it's, even though he's New Zealand, so it's a real 3 to 10 is real iffy.
Didn't Monarangi beat Ryan?
Mate Orangi, beat Ryan. But, once again, do we include him? He's from New Zealand.
Yeah, I was going to say that's two different.
Yeah. So it's like Oceania, you would technically have Mate Orangi heavier. Australia, it would be Ryan.
Yeah.
Are you wanting a piece of that, Brad?
It's too far away.
Oh.
And I can't even get a match with Ryan if I wanted to. I don't want to. But I mean, I would just get like blacklisted from everyone, wouldn't I?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's off the table.
Jeez, yeah, it's a bit like that. So I'm actually just looking up a flight at the moment. So you've flown to Turkey, and what's that? 12, 13 hours?
Yeah, pretty much. Mm-hmm.
How long does it take you to get to Dallas?
Dallas for me would be 5 hours.
Is that where you guys fly out of?
I got a direct flight.
Yeah.
Oh, well, direct from Florida.
Yeah.
So Florida to Australia
is not direct. That's going to be a rough one.
Yeah.
I've been in New Zealand before.
It's that is shit ass actually. Well, my point wasn't proved at all. All right, a couple of questions, then we'll have a bit of fun before we wrap up the show because these two have been awesome. Brad, what is important to promote the sport to your age group? Are tournaments or super matches more attractive? Is talent or popularity more important to help grow it? I want John's answer as well after this.
We're pretty similar age groups. I'm not sure how to even answer that question. I mean, I'm not like a TikTok kid. I'm not that young. I think just, super matches seem to be the new thing. I love tournaments as well. But I think just having more fun matches. So, let's have, Daniel Prokopchik versus Mike Ayala. To me, like those kind of matches need to happen for the sport to really pop off.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of in a weird place in this sport, other than East versus West. Or I mean, like in America, if we want it to grow in America, I mean, we got to figure out a way to make it entertaining, right? Because I mean, of course, arm wrestling is entertaining to arm wrestlers, but to people that don't know arm wrestling, it's like, what am I looking at? Like, why are they using their bodies? Why are they? Why is one foot off the ground and all this stuff? So it's like, WAL had the right idea with turning it into basically a WWE format type of thing. But that it's a really tough question to answer. I mean,
yeah, it's a weird question.
I mean, as far as promoting it, it's the way it was laid out for me. The fact that I can sit there and I can compete and just focus on myself and just kind of go at my own pace. That's what kind of got me hooked into it. So
I love the East versus West stuff. I don't like the whole like drama, manufactured drama, talk about BS forever. I like just getting there, hanging out, and I mean they should live stream some of the hangout sessions because everyone is hanging out and having fun, and people would enjoy watching that. But I mean, it doesn't have to be manufactured; it can just be realistic.
Well, and that's a good point too, Brad. Just like promoting, just like even just outside of arm wrestling, how close the community is to get when they are all together in the same room. You have different backgrounds, different cliques. I'm not a very social person in normal life. I mean, I do not go out of my way to talk to people I don't know. But when you're around a group of arm wrestlers that all have that common interest, it's pretty easy to just get to know and become friends with all these people from all over the world. And I guess that's what you'd have to do.
Because we're in a hard spot because arm wrestling's just kind of like keeping its head above water because I like a bit of drama, don't get me wrong, but I don't want it manufactured. Like if two people legit hate each other and there's an opportunity one to knock the other one out, I'm fine. But if I'm booked with one of you guys and clearly there's nothing there, I'm not just going to sit there and go, yo, fuck you, Breda, fuck you, Brad, like, right. But then, all right, cut, cameras off, and it's like, oh, cool, guys, that was awesome. Want to go grab a drink? Like, I'm not a fan of that. The
real drama is not going to work in like Turkey. You're going to get killed if you go there and try to fight someone. Yeah,
you
got to try to set up Ryan Bowen in England. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, because even filming, it's hard because you kind of need that to get there because the same 20,000 people are going to buy the pay-per-views every time. So I think that Conor McGregor type stuff is needed to sell more. But I like, because you guys know better than most. Yeah, when you're all sitting in the room just shooting the shit, like it's some of the best times ever. Like everyone's just all having a laugh in the one room. We just had it in New Jersey. We were in the same room for like 4 hours and just having a good laugh.
Yeah.
And that's what when I was a part of the gaming community for a little while, and that's what they did. They just had like activities or like you could be playing pickleball, cards, whatever. But you just stream that. You see like John Brzezinski versus Devin like in a poker match. And like people like to see that kind of shit. Like you don't have to go crazy with it. You just have like everyday activities. Yeah.
I reckon we could be on to something here. I think we could be on to something. Quickly, a couple of quick questions, and then we'll wrap up. Do either Brad or Jonathan collect anything other than victories? Of course.
Yeah. So as far as trophies go, I mean, I love me a good trophy, but I mean, these days. I mean, not to brag. I just give them away to children now.
I'd also rather collect cash than trophies.
Yeah.
You don't collect trading cards, T-shirts, games?
No.
Nothing.
Sorry, Lucha. Sorry, buddy. Well, before we go, anyone who is new onto the show has to play arm wrestling's favorite game. It is called Pin One, lose one, get rid of one. I'm both going to give you the 3 arm wrestling names. You both have separate ones, and you have to tell me which one you're going to pin, which one you're going to lose to, and which one you are kicking out of the sport. Who would like to go first?
I'll go.
All right, John. We'll call it left hand. 3 names I'm going to give you. 1 is Zurab Tavaritzi. 2, Larry Wheels. And 3, Devin Larratt.
I think I could pin all of them.
You can't. You got to pin one. You got to lose the one, and you got to get rid of one.
Okay, so.
No way.
Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a really good one. Yeah. Ooh. And I'm gonna give an explanation.
Of course. So, yeah, just a bit of fun.
Okay, lose one. Okay, so I'm gonna beat Zurab.
Oh, he's getting that win back.
Yeah, revenge match. Definitely. I guess I'll lose to Devin.
See you later, Larry.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's done great things.
No, Breda's had enough of him.
Man, I'll tell you what, there's only one thing that's made me mad that Larry has done publicly is when he posted that arm break of that first timer and then tried to say like, oh, this is a freak accident. Like, Larry's just not at a level of or a technician enough to be able to pull new guys like that. And to think that he was not in a bad position when I could see clearly he was in a bad position and the way Larry was pulling. I mean, that's the only time Larry's ever I I don't think he needs to be out of the sport by any means, but
I know it's just a part of the game. It's just fun.
Yeah.
I wish people would stop posting break arm videos. It's our biggest fear of the sport. Hey, do you want to come arm wrestle? Oh no, they're happy to go play football or basketball and do ACLs and concussions, but they don't want to come to arm wrestling because they might break their arm. And then you Google it, it's like, oh, this happened just the other day. That is fine. But in saying that, Breda's cracked it. He's got really angry and he's kicked Larry Wheels out of the sport. So, Brad, your 3 names: Arsen Liliev, John Brezink, Todd Hutchings.
So is this realistic or what I want?
You can you want.
I mean, it's a weird question for me, but I mean, realistically, I think I lose to Todd right now. I think I would like to be able to pin John. I mean, I might have a chance going up top. Then Arsen's unknown to me. So for Arsen, it'd be get rid of. Yeah.
You've possibly been offered this match and you're now just denying it.
I mean, in Brad's defense, Arsen was virtually.
If you were going to offer me John or Todd, I would 100% get rid of Arsen and take that.
Yeah. No, that is fair enough. Guys, if you can we please thank these 2 dead set legends, one of the baddest left arms, not only in North America, but in the world. I want to see him pull Lachlan Adair. That is for sure genuine superstar and one of the fastest rising and now questionably one of the toughest gingers in the sport. We're talking about the big bad Brad Grundy. Guys, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks, Ben.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Beautiful. We'll hit you guys up real